You might be wondering how I got to this point. Stay to the end of this video and you'll definitely find out, but let's get this vlog started. So fast forward to today. Today's May 24th at the time of me recording it, but fast forward to yesterday, May 23rd. I'm out throwing with some guys. I'm doing some extra escape drills, things like that, giving me some pressure. This thing happened yesterday, May 23rd, and I'm still trying to figure out 100% what it is. At the very minimum, it feels like a grade 2, grade 3 ankle sprain, because this is the worst sprain I've ever had in my entire life, if this is the case. But I know when you look back at the video, my ankle did pop out of socket, and all intents and purposes, with the people that I've gone and seen at Ortho Atlanta and things like that, it's looking like fractured ankle. So what is the next time look like? At this point, it looks like 8 to 12 weeks recovery time, 6 at least in the boot. It's kind of difficult to put pressure on it and walk on it. I'm going through the RICE, so rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Trying to just do that to at least get swelling down now, and then per doctor's orders, and really in my own knowledge of personal training and things like that, I know I need to start trying to move it with isolated band movements and things like that. So I'm not going to necessarily push it, but I do have that game August 22nd with the Arkansas Storm that I know I have to get prepared for. I know that still kind of falls in the timeline of this injury, but try to do exactly what I can to play in that, because I know how important it is for my professional career right now that I play football. Unfortunately, this looks like I won't be playing June 14th with the Tennessee Hornets down in Chihuahua against the Chihuahua Rebellion of the IFA, the league that I was supposed to be in with the Dallas Pioneros. So I'm really bummed, but I'm just trying to hold on to those words that Christ says in his word, that he'll never leave you or forsake you, and everything happens for a reason. But I also truly believe that he gives well more than what I personally can handle, and that's because we have a God that's greater than anything, and we need to be able to trust, and we need to be able to trust him in that plan. And so he's going to give you more than you can handle, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be God and I would be God. So just going to try to trust him through the process. It's already kind of been a difficult 2025 with the arena situation with Shreveport, as many of you know, being traded to Amarillo, and then Amarillo folding and cutting me before camp even started. Obviously the opportunity with Art Briles with the Dallas Pioneros, and that hiatus or that league kind of falling by the wayside, at least in the literal sense of all 6 of the teams playing in a league schedule and not semi-pro. But joined the Tennessee Hornets, and then had this injury come along in a throwing session trying to get ready. And yeah, so I'm just going to continue to try to trust God through this and figure out what's next. But I know I'm not done yet. God's got great things for me. If that is continuing to play football, that is my desire, that is my goal. But if not, I'm obviously trying to do everything I can in the coaching world and try to give my knowledge to you guys, obviously at a cost, because I've accumulated this through my own journey and can't give it away for free. But obviously try to help as many of you guys out as possible through my A11 performance training program and Tom House Sports and all the great things that I'm doing over there as well, that I'm using to help supplement this professional playing pursuit. But with that being said, make sure you go like, subscribe, and this vlog is now going to turn into a series of tracking the recovery, and you guys are going to learn a lot through that, through the physical training and the PT side of it. So if you guys want to see more of that, like, subscribe, and stay along for the journey. Obviously, I'm documenting it for myself, but obviously trying to take you guys along of this crazy professional football journey that I've got. So. All right, guys, so it is day 4, day 5 of recovery. I've just kind of been sitting around, unfortunately, with the boot on the foot and things like that. But luckily, swelling has kind of gone down. I took a picture here earlier this morning. Swelling's finally started to go down. You can see some of the bruising and stuff now with the fracture there. But today, I'm going to go ahead and take that first step in recovery. I'm on the exercise bike and stuff I've got upstairs here, up in the bonus room. So gonna continue to try to not push it, but try to do as much as I can to get this moving forward in the right direction. Obviously, it's non-weight bearing. Probably started a little too soon in walking on it and things like that with the boot, but yeah, just want to continue to be smart about it, get some workouts in. Can't let my health go at all. Like, I've got to stay in shape because my goal is to try to be ready to play whenever I can play next. I'm hoping June 14th, but obviously I think that's pushing it way too soon. So at least trying to get ready for the August 22nd game against the Arkansas Storm, or with the Arkansas Storm, I should say. So just going to go ahead and get started with this, and then I'll update you guys when I'm done. So maybe I record it, maybe I don't feel like it is good enough to record, so maybe you don't even see this part. But if you do, hopefully I felt good enough doing it. So let's get on to it. So update, we're about, what, 25 minutes in on this nice little bike ride. I'm still kind of trying to change, as you hear there, trying to change resistances, but it does seem to be holding up as long as I keep my heel and my foot still. My left foot obviously can kind of change moving forward and kind of flex back and forth, as I should say, but I'm trying to purposefully keep that right foot as stationary as possible. And obviously it's summertime here in Georgia, no AC up here, so you're getting a nice little sauna session while you're working out too. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, obviously after sitting around for 2 or 3 days, obviously walking and doing some things that you need to do, but obviously since the injury, it's been hard sledding, I should say, in terms of getting workouts in. So kind of feeling brave enough to go out and do this was huge. And so far my ankle's kind of moved once. Hurt pretty bad when it did, but if I can keep it stable, it works pretty good. So I think this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days. And as soon as we get the go-ahead to go ahead and start weight training on it, get some band work, things like that, we'll be good to go. But we got another 9 or 10 minutes left of this, so let's get to it. Let's finish this nice little bike ride, get some conditioning in today, and then get on to recovery stage 2. So I'll see you in recovery stage 2.
So me and JP gonna share this Zoom call. We're gonna try to give you the better of our two minds, and that's this. So we did roll call. Next thing we're gonna do, we got Arthur here. Do I have Myers and Tullis or JP?
Yeah, if we were to do that, I need the play side in unblocked, because that would be my reads. I'd be stepping back 2 shuffles to the right. I would end up needing to read that play side in, and I would not be able to go back side there. That would just kind of create issues with just the speed to get back outside, that defensive end crashing down. It's an almost impossible read that you can make doing that. So it's going to have to be veer as opposed to a read option outside zone. Does that make any sense? Go ahead and throw it. So throw it right here, like I'm standing here. I'm just staying out of the way so the camera can see you. Throw it right here, I'll get back after the edge. I got these hoes on their toes. If I put the bitch on the road, she's trying to fuck on my hoe. I did this whole road for days, niggas ain't home, nothing. Me, my bro, like... All right, so first day back without a boot on, first day back without the boot, without an ankle brace. So we're gonna see how we're doing today. See, that kind of hurts to be on one foot here, but But let's kind of see where we're at today. So I've been throwing a lot over the time that I've been out, and that's just going to happen anyway with a bunch of coaching sessions. So obviously a11performance.com. Make sure you go check that out if you want some training. We have online programs, we have in-person programs if you're here in Atlanta, Georgia, or somewhere kind of close by that I can get to you. But at the same time, hip shoulder separation's been good. Ball flight's overall been good. I have kind of noticed that my middle finger is getting a little stronger than my index finger, and that's okay because that's where my grip strength's going to be. But at the same time, I don't want to be letting go of the ball or flicking the ball with the index finger. So I'm going to kind of work on that today, work on spin rate today, and we'll see how it goes. So got Gary over here. He's over here warming up, doing what he needs to do. Maybe I mic him up today, maybe I don't. So you guys get to meet him, whatever. But yeah, got to go and get to the warm-ups, and let's get this thing going. As a nice little warm-up piece, I've already done my Flex T walks, didn't record any of that because you need to go pay for a membership at a11performance.com or National Pitching to get that. But I've got the trapezoid drill set up as I'm getting into throwing. I want to make sure my base stays where it needs to be, need balance and posture to be good, and obviously coming back from this right ankle fracture, it's definitely something that I need to maintain, or I need to make sure that I maintain and don't lose, because that's going to be where I generate power from. That's going to be how I get my deep ball, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and warm up with Gary here, because again, we're already warmed up, but we're going to go ahead and start throwing, and then I'll get into some trapezoid drill, and I'll obviously speak my thoughts or whatever as things go about it that way. That's a little too deep for the first throw of the day.
Well, you know my two pinkies are just now healing.
Oh yeah, pinkies take forever to heal.
I know. When that time, I'm talking about when it was cold and the football felt like a brick.
It's no joke. See, my right pinky that I broke in college still doesn't even feel right. Oh, that one slipped out of my hand big time. Firm. Nice. Yeah, if you throw with your hips, the ball's gonna come out pretty nice. So again, shameless plug, go check out a11performance.com if you want to learn how to throw like Gary is right now.
Use your hips, less arm.
Yep, if you use your hips, you use less of your arm and it comes out even faster. And you wonder why I could throw the way that I do. At that time you over-rotated. Yep, so you have to stop your chest parallel to the target. Yep, it's better. Well, see, you could be the double pass guy, easy. Learn how to play quarterback and you'll at least be the double pass guy. All right, 2 more and then we can get into drill work. So with this trapezoid drill, it's simulating D gap pressure and then any B or C gap pressure coming up underneath. So we've got D gap pressure, we're gonna escape, slide and fill the spot, break and claim, make sure your base is good. We'll do the same thing to the left, but then we can also do the same thing up and around the cones too if we have that A gap pressure. So it's simulating different types of pressure from the defensive line here. All right, so go. 3. Oof. That time I felt my base collapse a little bit, so I still want to keep my frame upright. Obviously be athletic, but don't want to collapse in the core to where I'm seeing less. So go. Up and under, over. Nice. Base felt a little better. We'll see how it looks on film when I'm done, but that felt a lot better. Still felt a little pushy with the arm, so we'll try to work on that on this very next one before we switch sides. The key is to be smooth. If you're able to be smooth throughout all these movements, you'll be quicker, you'll be in a better base, you'll be more compact, and then the ball's gonna fly a lot better and be higher velocity, and we all want that as QBs. So, 1, 2, 3, up and under, over, good ankle lock. Nice. So, let's go ahead and get a couple more of these, drill this thing in, make sure we get the ankle back to where it needs to be, so let's do it. So, nice little workout, got a good little session in. Ankle feels like it's responding really well. I mean, it's still very, very sore, so ibuprofen is going to be something I'm taking whenever I get home. But front side felt pretty firm. Got to go back and look at the footage. At hips occasionally kind of rotated together, so here I'm going to get some of my post-throwing routine in, but then at the same time I'm going to go do some slow-mo throws to work on that. and make sure we're sequenced up and everything's good timing. The rain's about to start coming in, but who cares? We can make sure the mic and stuff fixes itself later. But while I do this arm care, I'm just going to talk to you about the session. So we ended up having Gary, and I'll leave his social media up on the screen here. Really good receiver, was in the Corpus Christi Tritons AFL team. Just got released because we are mid-June here, around the time of recording of the video here. And then ended up having Jordan just signed with Clark Atlanta to continue his college football career. And then that's his Instagram up on the screen now. Two really good guys, push me to be better. Jordan's a really good speed guy. Jordan's a really good speed guy, and Jordan's a really good speed guy, and Gary is a really kind of good jump ball guy. And so nice kind of set of receivers to have, to where it forces me to stay on time with each and every single one of them, which is very good. And so through that, it's just making sure alignment, assignment, ankle eye, speed of drop, hips, shoulders, eyes, all that kind of stuff works together to create a nice streamlined, efficient throw, and do that consistently. So whenever the pressure comes on, we're good to go. So, but I think concerning the ankle injury, getting back to the field, obviously it's still sore, does not feel the greatest, but getting back to the field is something that for me mentally is just something huge to just be back on the field like this, getting the work in. I'm gonna try to do some strides right at the end of this too, just to make sure that everything is going as smoothly as we can, but just want to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible with the ankle. But also I want to continue to push it a little bit, kind of like here. So I'm getting to plantar flexion. That does not feel the greatest, but we're going to continue to push through the tolerance. Nice. Here, go through, make sure I keep the front side on firm, and we're just trying to push the ankle as far as it can go without doing anything extra. Then we'll go home, ice it, and get our anaerobic activity in to get the blood flow back to the area. So a lot of you might be asking, what am I doing right now? I'm doing slow motion throws, and that is for myelinization. So you don't have muscle memory. Your muscles do not have memory. Your muscles just do what the nerves tell it to do. And so essentially we need to tell our nerves where to wrap myelin. Myelin, think about tree trunks, is, you can tell the tree trunk's age by how many wraps around the tree once you cut the tree down. So with that, your myelin does the same thing. So whenever we go through a certain drill or a certain movement or a certain pattern that you'll do, whether it's eating cereal with a spoon or doing anything of that nature, or throwing a football, your body is wrapping wraps of myelin around that certain movement. Your body's wrapping myelin around that movement pattern, and it's telling it that it's very important. So here, I'm slowing down the sequencing to tell my body which sequence it needs to go in, and force it to be correct whenever then I get back out on the field the very next day to throw. I've done this for 4 years with Tom House, and it's been great in seeing my mechanics change. It's the best drill that I would give to any young aspiring quarterback out there to change their mechanics, doing it the right way. And so let me go ahead and get a couple more of these in, and then we can move on to a couple strides, see how the ankle feels, and go from there. See, balance and posture is not right, so let me start over. There we go. Nice hip. Rotate around, torso flexion, lift the arm, and follow through and back through the drill. Come away, shoulders, and let the hips go, and up. So, really good drill. Still got to run. I'm going to take the mic off so I don't sweat through this thing. But yeah, so let's get to it. Stuff has been happening and happening quick in the IFA. Obviously, I'm not able to play the June 14th game, as most of you know, because this whole video is kind of that return to play process anyway. But either way, stuff's been going on in the IFA. I'm not going to get into the details of it. If you guys want to search up the stuff, that's going to be on you. What you see is on you. But for monetization reasons and obviously just reasons of not wanting to share the information of the IFA, the IFA's got some stuff going on. The good thing is the teams that are privately owned are continuing to play their semi-pro team schedules. But with that being said, as you guys know, I'm not playing in the June 14th game because of the ankle. But at the same time, Coach Dub and the head coach, Coach Dub of the Tennessee Hornets, just called a last-minute meeting to discuss our situation before the Chihuahua game. Guys were supposed to be leaving here in a couple days to head down to Chihuahua. And obviously, as I continue to push the recovery of my ankle, I wanted to still be a part of it some way, somehow, especially after the Huntsville Astros game went very not the way that we kind of worked and expected it to. But yeah, let's hop on this meeting and let's see what's being said and what will move forward with the other two games later on. And yeah, see what's next. And at the end of the day, God's in control of it all, and he's got a great plan for me. And that's what I'm focused on, is rehabbing that ankle, allowing God's protection to be over me. And yeah, so let's get on to this meeting. Let's see what's going on.